Okay, here we are with Warrington Wolves' young French star, Benjamin. I'll call you Ben.
Yeah.
You've got into the first team now after coming here on trial last season. How did you end up at Warrington?
It's Rich. After the French, my selection on the French team for the European Championship, he said me if you want after the season with Avignon, if I'm coming for the summer for some trial with training with the first team and the play with Norway.
So, Richard,
do you want me to expand on that a little bit?
Well, you obviously recognise some special talent.
Yeah, I first saw Benjamin play for France Academy again, England at Castleford, probably about 3 years ago now, and France should have won the game. You know, we were a star-studded England team, and I think France had a man sin-binned in the last 10 minutes and scored 2 tries pretty much on the bell, and France quite undeservedly lost the game that day. You know, a friend of mine, Olivier Janzak, was coaching the team, and you know, I stood on the terraces with a guy called Peter O'Sullivan, who is recruitment manager for Sydney Roosters, and we were both you know, hugely impressed with Benjamin's performance. I think Peter considered trying to get him over to the Roosters. For me, I just kept tabs on him. You know, I felt the Dragons would pick him up at some point. And then obviously as French national coach, you know, I have access to all the Elite One games. So, you know, I followed, you know, put his name down in the little black book, if you like, followed some of his games with Avignon and kept tabs on him. So, you know, last year Avignon were looking to send 2 or 3 young players over to England for some experience to play in an academy. So we spoke to Avignon then, spoke to Ben at the end of France, and, you know, I suppose cheekily really, we asked Avignon if, as well as the young players, Ben were over academy age, but would they help fix a trial up for Ben with Warrington? So we got him here in the summer. He trained for probably 3 months. 3 months. Yeah. And we got him fixed up to play with North Wales as well. So his performances with North Wales were very, very good. He trained exceptionally well, and you know, he proved to be a terrific young man while he was here. So, you know, he obviously caught Tony's eye, and we looked at giving him a deal, you know, to play this year. And obviously he's taken the opportunity with both hands, settled in terrifically well, and, you know, put in some great performances for us.
And Ben, I believe you're living here on Padgate campus with the students.
Yeah, I live in the university Padgate, but I'm good for this year, stay here, because I need to speak English with the students, so for my language it's really good.
So are they looking after you well, the students of Warrington?
No, it's fine. Just I have some friends in the campus, so just normal, normal people. So
I think it's an interesting story. You know, Ben's chosen to you know, he's left his family and his girlfriend behind in France. He lives on campus in a little room like the students do, and the students you know, get him down on a night and try and give him some extra tuition around his English. His English is, you know, most certainly improved in the 6 months since pre-season started. You know, he's without transport, so he gets the bus everywhere. He obviously can walk to training on here. So, you know, he lives you know, he lives, I won't say a tough existence, but it's certainly not one that, you know, perhaps some of our other English players are particularly used to. But I think it just speaks volumes of how much he wants to take this opportunity. You know, he's sacrificed a lot, and you know, he probably does it a lot tougher than most. But, you know, he's been very single-minded, very focused, and very professional. And you know, as he's saying to some of the interviews earlier, it's been a dream of his to be a rugby player since being a young boy. So, you know, he's making the most of the opportunity that's presented itself to him.
Where is your favourite position to play?
Second row, but I can play centre, winger. I can play all the positions, but I prefer second row.
And what does it feel like playing in front of the big crowds at the Halliwell Jones?
When for my first game at Halliwell Jones, it's really impressive when you're coming on the field. So all the fun sing, so it's really impressive.
Do you understand what they're singing about?
No, sometimes I don't understand, so let's sing.
Are your teammates helping you with your English as well?
Yeah. When I don't understand at training, so ask George King. He helped me a lot of time for translate. So
Does George speak good French?
no, but
He does speak good English.
Do any of your teammates speak French?
no, I speak French. Yeah, Richard.
So your French is pretty good, is it, Richard?
No, I've got some bits in there. I've got some bits that I occasionally help him out, but I keep it low key, so not too many other boys hearing. But I think the rugby league language is probably not dissimilar. Once you're out on the field and the rugby speak or the game language, if you like, is not a problem. That's been he's been able to roll that off his tongue from quite early, really. Conversations like this now, it's probably a little bit more difficult, particularly in a media interview. It would be a little bit more daunting, but actually on the game, and I mean, obviously having coached in France, there is rugbyisms, if you like, or game language that actually the French just use the English version of it anyway, so some of the translations are just like for like and as pure as they come, really. But he's not had much trouble on the field with the small talk in the game. It's probably more of a challenge in a situation like this.
Okay, well, I hope you enjoy the rest of the time at Warrington,
Yes,
and good luck for the future.
Yes, thank you very much.